So those of you with a hybrid know that in order to get your gas filler door open, you have to hit the button up on your dashboard. And if you have the EcoBoost, you just simply push on the door and it pops open. But you may not realize that pin right there is only plastic. And when you're moving the fuel hose and sticking the nozzle in, and the hose, especially if you're like me, quite often I refuel at a value club and with the gas station and the wholesale club, and I'll go to the pumps where I have to pull the hose across the top of the vehicle in order to get it in, because the line's shorter that way. There's less cars with a filler on the left. Or yeah, that's right, yeah, filler on the right, I mean. And so I'm pulling the hose across the vehicle, and the hose has hit this pin more than once, and I noticed how soft it was. So I found this company, Megaohm. They make some interesting things, like something to silence the kind of UFO noise that your truck makes when you're in drive in a hybrid. But they also make, and it's actually an anodized aluminum pin. So what they say is, if you bust that pin off, you're gonna have this warning as you're driving the whole time that the fuel cap door is open. I've never seen it, I haven't tried it, but I don't want to deal with that. So I was noticing, first of all, the orientation. The notch has to be pointed upwards. And what they say is, you got to peel that sticker off. And then, once that sticker's off, which seems like nobody ever reads, because what that's telling you is that you have to use that little clear plastic funnel that they gave you, that people always ask about on the forums. What's this thing for that came in my truck? Is it for going pee in the woods or something? I don't know. That's for putting gas cans into your gas filler. But that's what that sticker explains, and like I said, it doesn't seem like anybody reads it. You just slightly pry out on that tab, and once you've unlocked it, that filler door cap, which is just plastic, comes right off. And now you can drive your truck around looking like a real hillbilly idiot, because you know that's what they're going to start looking for down the road at some point when people start breaking these. But anyways, and then there's these two tabs right here on the back of this, and they say just simply use a pair of pliers and twist that, and it'll come right out of the door. So as you can see, I've got my pliers on the flat part of the plastic pin, and we're looking in right here at the locking portion, and I'm going to twist, and now that tab just popped right out. Then you have to transfer this rubber boot, which just, it snaps onto that ring right there, off of this, and onto your aluminum pin right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but basically you just gotta pop that up so that the fatter part of the plastic right there at the bottom is snapped on. You can see how the rubber is spreading right there. You just got to make that go all the way around. And now it's secure and it won't pull off of the pin, because this is what makes the door pop open when you push the button. Then using a T15 Torx driver, unscrew that screw right there out of the aluminum pin. Now that you got it loose, stick that back into the hole in the door and put the screw in right there. Tighten the Torx screw down tight, once again making sure, if you pull the boot back, that you can find that same notch in the pin, the way it was with the plastic one. And it should latch correctly. Just make sure. I'll hit the release. Hit the release. Check that the door is popped. And so the last thing we have to do is slide this on with the skinnier part looking at this panel, looks like it goes up that way. Let's see how this fits here. There it is. It's locked on. So the part of it that's slightly more tapered on the back, that's the back. The other one is tapered on the bottom, not as much towards the front. And there we go. But once again, test the door, and it's all good. And now I have a pin. I don't have to worry about snapping off by accident. It'll break the door before it breaks that pin off, because that's made out of aluminum instead of plastic. I forget what this cost me. I want to say $40, but I'm gonna have to go look it up. I'll note it in the comments.